I'm sorry.
No.
Unfortunately, that will never be me. Are you going to say sorry?
I don't say sorry.
I expected like a better response from Laura.
Be reminded I can be very patient and tolerant. I am very, very, very patient and tolerant. I'll tolerate your excesses. But when I am ready for you, don't cry.
All right. First off, I support Dabota 100%. If I were to be in Caroline's shoes, Laura is not going to get an apology from me. If she's going to continue playing the victim card, she's not going to get an apology from me. If she does not apologize to me first, if she does not take accountability for her actions first, guys, I can be petty like that. She's not going to get an apology from me. Ladies and gentlemen, you probably have to put a gun to my head to get that apology from me. You will not get any apology. See, I am very big on accountability. If you mess up, if you fuck with me, and you started it first, you have to own up to it. Yeah. After you own up to it, you apologize. That is the only time I will now choose to apologize to you if I want to. Because, ladies and gentlemen, did you watch season 1 of the Real Housewives of Lagos? You probably have forgotten. Maybe you need to go back and watch it to refresh your memories. Listen, Laura cannot. She does not have any right to be playing the victim card here. No, I know that we gave Laura a truckload of accolades in season 2 when we talked about how mature she had, become, how grown, how elevated and, classy she had become. But that does not erase her sins in season 1, because the person that she offended in season 1 is back in season 3. So she needs to own up to her bullshit. Caroline was one of the wives that was nice to Laura in season 1. So that's serious fights that they had. Guys, we know that it was a build-up. We know that it had gotten to a point that Caroline could not take it anymore, and she had to stand up for herself. She had to defend herself. And then there's also the part where Laura was defending her sister, who had used her blog to slander and defame Caroline for years, according to Caroline, for 12 years. Ladies and gentlemen, people get really hurt about things like this. So you cannot come and play the victim card and expect to get an apology, and then you say you do not owe Caroline an apology, that you're not going to apologize. You don't know how to say I'm sorry. I mean, guys, as I was watching this particular episode, see, I was losing my mind. I said, no way, no way. I mean, listen, Caroline did great. She had to be the bigger person to apologize. She did great. She tendered an apology, and it was genuine. It was heartfelt. All the ladies at that table, they saw it, that it was heartfelt. Yes. But guys, you know what? I'm just going to leave it as Caroline is a better person. But you know what? I'm just going to leave it at that. Caroline is a better person. Because I agree with Dabota 100%. You ain't getting no sorry. You ain't getting no apology. No, you cannot afford to play the victim. No, you cannot. You cannot. You're not the only one that has a reputation to guard. Nope. You don't get to play the victim card. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to hear your thoughts about this whole matter in the comment section below. Would you apologize like Caroline did to Laura or not? Where do you stand? Do you support Dabota's statement or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Before we continue with the rest of the video, hi, you're all specially welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. On this video, obviously, as you must have seen already, we are dissecting, analyzing, reviewing the second episode of the 3rd season of the Real Housewives of Lagos. Guys, it has started. Yes, the show has started. Catch up on it. There is a lot to talk about. Watch this video to the end so that you do not miss out on anything. All right, and yeah, what else? let's just continue with the rest of the video. All right, so apologies that we had to start with the very last event of this episode. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way back and take it from the very beginning. All right, but before we get right into it, guys, can we just take a moment to appreciate Caroline? Whatever Caroline wears during her confessionals, oh my God, it's a 10, like 10 over 10. It is beautiful. Everything she wears, every piece, her hair, the makeup, everything is giving. Everything is giving. And this is also me giving accolades to production. Yes, there's something about the quality of this season, you know, the video quality, the audio quality, everything is just giving excellence. I love it. I love it. And guys, I also noticed that with this particular episode, the extras that they brought in, Diadem's sister, Holder's sister, and Dabota's friend, and I think makeup artist as well, I noticed that the conversation they had was more engaging than the conversation that Caroline had with her own friend in episode 1. And I think that's a great improvement, because on my last analysis, I had actually complained about how, you know, how unreal it seems when a housewife is having a conversation with their friend or family member and they are the only person who's doing all the talking and the other person is not saying anything, and then you're wondering, like, okay, could it be that this person does not have anything to say, or what exactly is going on? You know, I remember talking about it, I pointed it out, and so I was so glad that was fixed on this episode, because I saw more interaction. You know, Diadem's older sister spoke more. That was also Dabota and her friend's conversation. Yes, it was equally engaging, though not lengthy, but you could see the interaction there. So kudos to production for fixing that. Yes, there was also Mariam. I don't know if it's just me, but this season, it's giving Mariam is the leader of the pack. Yeah. Because as it seems, Mariam seems to be the one bringing everybody together. And I kind of like this elevation that she's got this season. Because if you recall, during previous seasons, it seemed like she was made to be a follower, or probably because of the imposing presence of Iyabo and her minions. You know, Mariam was more of a follower. But in this season, this new season, Mariam has found her feet. She has also found her calling. The chief instigator of them all. Yes. You know, I love the way she instigates. I love the way she raises questions, though those questions may seem uncomfortable, but I think it also brings some spice to the show. Otherwise, the ladies, they are very, very classy and elegant women, right? And they are wealthy in their own right. So if such questions are not raised, what we'll probably be getting from a show like this are women that will just come together and have a high tea party, and that is it. Nobody wants to bring their dirty linen to public, right? And so, guys, I am finding myself falling more and more in love with Mariam's character on the show this season. She's fast becoming one of my faves. She's fast becoming one of my faves. I love her audacity. I love her feistiness. You know, I love her bluntness. It is needed for a reality TV show like this, although sometimes it might come across as very annoying. Yes, and she definitely did annoy me. Yes, when she just attacked what's her name now, Dabota, for no reason. That was absolutely uncalled for. And I agree once again with what Dabota said, that listen, we're all adults. Multiple truths, hey, if I cut my tongue, multiple truths can exist. Yes, because Mariam is used to, when she is giving her own opinion about something, she wants her opinion to be the generally accepted truth. But that is not how life works. And I also felt like she was not allowing Dabota to express herself. Dabota is trying to talk. I don't know if it's because she feels like, oh, this is my tea party, this is my event as the host, so I have to be the one doing most of the talking, so you need to listen. You know, it was kind of, I don't know, it was not just cool. Yeah, it wasn't cool. I just needed Mariam to just shut up for 1 second. Like, Mariam, just psst, calm down. Let Dabota speak. Let her express herself, because she equally has a point. Remember, fine, you are married currently, but Dabota was once married, just like you. So the fact that you're currently still married, it does not mean that every other person that is single that is not married is trash or does not have sense. Because that was how Mariam was coming off. You know, she was coming off like, you that you're still single, you know, me that I'm married, I know more than you. She was giving that energy. And it just completely reminded me of, I'm sorry to say, but a lot of married women, you know, the moment they are married, the moment they are Mrs. Somebody, they begin to act like everybody that is single, every female specifically that is single is a whore, lacks focus, does not have sense, is a hairhead, is stupid. Like, that was the energy that Mariam was giving. It was very evident in that ridiculous and callous statement she threw at Dabota. Oh, and you're still single. And I looked at this woman like, and so what do you mean? If she's still single, I don't understand. Does that make her a reject of society? Does that make her unqualified to have an opinion about relationship matters? Does that make her unqualified to have knowledge about what works in a relationship? I mean, as I said before, Dabota was once married. The marriage did not work for her. She left. And according to what she said, she's on a spiritual journey, you know, loving her life, loving herself. She's currently in love with her life. She's an entrepreneur. She's doing great. She's got a multi-million naira, dollar, whatever company. She's doing great. She's got a daughter that she loves. So what are you talking about? So ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I'm loving Mariam more and more this season. She's more significant now. She's more visible now. However, oh my God, that's her mouth who put her in trouble. Still taking it from the top, I totally loved the first two scenes where Carolyn was spending time with her daughter, likewise Dabota, during her daughter's 8th birthday photo shoot. Yes, it was really lovely to see these women in their mommy element, you know, and also being best friends with their daughter. It really reminded me of how we had complained about the first two seasons not really showing the family life of these women. Like, we wanted to see that other side of their life, you know, aside the basketballs and all the drama, you know, that they have amongst themselves. We really wanted to see what made them housewives, not literally, but mothers or wives, or, you know, stuffs like that. And as I said, I really loved those two scenes. It was beautiful, it was relatable, it was down to earth. And I cannot wait to see Diiadem and her daughter having their own moment. And who else? Yeah, I think Laura and her kids. Who else has kids amongst those women? Yeah, basically those women. Oh, and then Sophia. At the moment, we're yet to meet Sophia Momodu. She's yet to be introduced to us. Yes, so personally, I cannot wait to see Sophia and her daughter. Back to Mariam. Mariam was once again in her instigator element, yes, when she had invited Diiadem and Dabota to lunch, yes. It was very obvious that she was stirring the pot. Because tell me why she was literally interrogating Diiadem like Diiadem killed somebody. Imagine interrogating Diiadem about her relationship with Dabota, how close they are, how did they get to know each other, even asking Diiadem if Diiadem has a boyfriend. I mean, guys, those are extremely personal questions. I wouldn't even want anybody to ask me if I have a boyfriend. According to Mariam, oh, because at Laura's event, she had seen the way Dabota and Diiadem had greeted each other. You know, they were very, very chummy. And then there was that statement she had made about, oh, she's going to find out who is the school mother and who is the school daughter. You know, so when Diiadem was explaining her relationship with Dabota, Mariam during her confessionals had concluded that no, Diiadem looks like she's the school daughter and Dabota is the school mother, because Diiadem had explained that, oh, Dabota is a girl because they're in the same line of business, they've known each other from way back, and they are well acquainted like that. And you see, for a moment, I was kind of worried that, oh my God, if Diiadem is saying that she and Dabota, they know each other like that, they are cool, but it's not like they're actually friends like that, there's a possibility that we just might have a repeat of the Chioma and Laura's beef that happened in season 1. But then, thankfully, when Dabota joined them, she had actually echoed what Diiadem had said, that they are very well acquainted. It's not like they are like best friends like that, because this is Lagos, right? People know people, but it's not like they have a personal type of relationship, you know. So I was really relieved that they both echoed each other. Yeah, so it wasn't like this one was saying something behind this one's back or the other. Fast forward to Mariam's tea party, ladies and gentlemen. I totally loved the way the ladies saw each other. They greeted each other, they admired each other, they're sort of acquainted with one another, you know. Caroline had reached out to Dabota when Dabota was going through a rough patch in a marriage, or when she had that scandal, you know, years ago. According to Caroline, Diiadem is always very, very sweet and warm and nice towards her whenever they meet in public places, you know. So they have a very, very cordial relationship. And both Diiadem and Dabota, you could tell that they really admire Caroline. You know, she's probably someone that they've been admiring for the longest time, and they love and respect her. For me, I was quite relieved that at least they are starting on a level ground, right? They're starting on a clean slate. But then, after that whole back and forth between Mariam and Dabota, and then Laura had come in, and then that whole tension before Caroline apologized and Laura gladly accepting the apology, ladies and gentlemen, there's a conversation that followed about who has the tendency to bully anybody in the group. And for me, that was a very, very important conversation. And you could tell that Laura was asking that question from experience. Yeah. And I love the fact that she had actually pointed out the different scenarios that had happened from previous seasons. You know, the situation between Mariam and Tony, the situation that Laura had with is it Yabo, you know, all those crazy things that had happened in previous seasons. She had mentioned them. And she had also mentioned something very important, that it doesn't have to be between strangers, that it could even be between friends. That she and Tony, they knew each other for the longest time, but now they're no longer friends because of whatever happened between them, you know. And so Dabota and Diiadem, they had done this pinky swear, you know, sort of agreeing with each other that they will never get to that point where they're going to have to bully each other. According to Diiadem, it will never come from her. Ladies and gentlemen, the season so far is refreshing. New faces, new personalities, new characters, new mindsets, new mentality, you know, new idiosyncrasies, you know, way of viewing life. And as I said, it's quite refreshing seeing these different women, because personally, I cannot wait to see the real drama when it begins. Also, at the moment, another thing I feel is going to happen is that Dabota might end up having issues with Laura. This is all because, first, she wasn't so impressed by how Laura had responded or reacted to Caroline's apology. That had completely rubbed her off the wrong way. Yeah, so for her, if she was Caroline, she was never going to apologize, you know, because she also felt like Laura owed Caroline an apology. Yes. Now, another thing is, let's not forget that just like Caroline, Dabota also has a past history of dragging and defamation of character with Laura's sister, Linda Ikeji. Yes. Just like Caroline had experienced during her marriage and all of that scandal that happened, Caroline had actually experienced the same thing. And that is what connects Dabota and Caroline together. Caroline apparently had reached out to Dabota when she was going through her own issue. Yes. So I have a strong feeling that this might cause issues, because Laura is very protective of her sister, whether her sister is there or not. And that was part of the reasons she had issues with Caroline in season 1. Now, for Dabota, she has issues with Laura's sister, not Laura, and so she doesn't want to be that person that would transfer aggression and the responsibility of all of Laura's sister's sins on Laura. I feel very strongly that they are gonna clash. I mean, guys, I feel very strongly that they're gonna clash, and it's not gonna be pretty at all. It's gonna be a lot of drama. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to hear your thoughts about this episode, everything that happened. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Thanks for watching, and have an amazing, amazing day. Bye.